I'm not feeling very well. I am just having a hard time understanding how people can have such little empathy and basically lack any sense of humanity. I'm just feeling pretty low mood, low energy. I was planning to do another video this week, but I don't know. I'm just really quite anxious, and so I need to do something that makes me feel less anxious. And something that helps with that is crocheting. I randomly started a new crochet project today. Wasn't planning to do that, so I guess that's what we'll do in this video. This is what I've started so far. I'm trying tapestry crochet for the first time. I've never done tapestry crochet before. I've never really felt compelled to, but I got an idea in my head and then was like, yeah, I'm gonna make that. And so I had to figure out how to make a grid. So I did. I figured out how to make a grid. I used this website. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I'll put it on the screen here and I'll link it down below. So I used that to make my grid. Then I just kind of started going. I don't know what it's going to look like at the end of this. I also am not loving how it's turning out so far because it's looking pretty... Is this the front? Oh, this is the back. It's looking pretty like muddy. I didn't watch any videos on how to do tapestry crochet before starting this. So I actually just did. I watched a video on tapestry crochet tips, which I will link below as well because it was a very helpful video. So basically what I'm going to do now is frog all of this and then start over and implement the tips that I learned from that video. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. As I said, I've never done tapestry crochet before, but we're gonna try. We're gonna see what happens. If I make the whole thing and it's terrible, we'll just start again. Let's start frogging. We've gotten all of our brown out, and I'm actually gonna frog the last row of just this plain white color as well, because one of the tips I learned was to kind of crochet either in the front loop or the back loop, depending on whether you're at the front of your tapestry or the back of your tapestry. Just kind of helps keep things tidy. But because I had already crocheted in this row, that the stitches are kind of stretched out already, so I'm just gonna frog it, recrochet. I'm gonna frog it, redo it, and then those loops should be kind of back to normal, and then it will look less stretched out when I'm just doing front loop or back loop. Actually, I think I'm gonna relocate to my couch, frog it, and then get started on the tapestry section. So let's change locations. It is the next day, and this is how far we've gotten. I figure I'll just keep showing you the back and then keep our tapestry a secret till the end. That's kind of fun. Also, my roof is currently being replaced, so there's a lot of noise going on top of my house. I'm just gonna keep chugging along. I'm hoping to get this done today, and then maybe I can wear it around tomorrow. It's been hours. I changed out of my pajamas into what I wore yesterday, but I only wore it for like a couple hours, so I can wear it again. But I have finished all of the, oh, I'm like unraveling this. I have finished all of the what is this called? Like tapestry, like my grid. But it's not great. It's supposed to be words and I can't really read them. Like, I think I did the thing. I learned the technique, but this just wasn't a great grid for half double crochet, 1, and 2 for words. I could have done a better grid. So instead of starting over with a new grid, I am just going to, I think, surface crochet around the letters, which is also something I've never done before. So this is fun. I get to learn 2 different techniques in one project. So I'm going to get started on that. I think I'm going to use fun colors. So the main part of the project is cream. The letters are brown, and then I think I'm going to use a pink, maybe pink, green, and blue. Here's the pink. Yeah. I've got pink, green, and blue, and I'm going to outline the words in those colors. And then I have decided, I didn't know what type of garment I was going to make this, whether it was going to be a t-shirt or if I was going to do some decreases up and then tie it in the back and have it be a summer tie up tank top situation. But I think I've decided on a vest. That's what I'm going for. I'm going to work on outlining the letters first, just so that there's less fabric to be dealing with. It'll be less heavy, less stuff to flop around. I feel like it just feels better that way because I'll be done with all of the letters and then it's just half double crochet for the whole thing, except for I'm going to do something for the neckline and the sleeves and the bottom, just some type of lining, not lining, that's not the right word. Trim isn't the right word either. What word am I looking for? You know what I mean. Just a little something to make everything look nice and finished. I'm going to get started on the surface crochet. Again, I've never done this before, so wish me luck. Hopefully it turns out okay. And then I'll check back in with you. I'm realizing every update I've made in this video is in this same spot. That must be very boring to watch. I did not finish my shirt in time for me to wear it today. I wanted to wear it today. It still isn't done, but basically the surface crochet, it just took way longer than I thought it would. Well, I wasn't intending to do surface crochet in the first place, and then having to implement that, learn how to do it, get it done, took me all day yesterday, all day. So by 1:30 a.m. I had finished just the front panel of this shirt. I wasn't able to wear it to the event I wanted to wear it to today, but I still think it's going to be the perfect summer crochet top. I'm gonna do the back panel now, and we'll see how far we can get today. If I could finish it today, that'd be fantastic, but it is already 5 o'clock. We'll see. I'm going to put something on that I don't really need to pay attention to and just chug away. I have some bubbly water. It is another day, and I'm once again in my pajamas. Also, now that I'm not rushing to get this done for any particular reason, I am questioning the design. So I have the back panel done, and the front panel is also done, but when I was putting the sleeves on, the straps I should say, I don't know, I just was questioning it. I wasn't really feeling it. I think it could be better. I was scrolling Pinterest this morning and I saw this design. That's what I'm gonna do. Basically just make a tube and then straps, and I think that will turn out pretty cute. So I have some frogging to do. Want. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna frog the straps back, frog the back panel back down so that I basically just have 2 rectangles. I'll sew those together and then add the straps on. And then basically we're done. So I think for sure I can get this done today, and I'm pretty excited. So let's get to it. So I have finished the shirt, and I'm currently wearing it. I guess it's time for the big reveal. So, here it is. Wow, this project took way longer than I thought it was going to. Basically, I wasn't planning to do a crochet video this week, but I was feeling really bad at the beginning of the week and needed to do something that would make me feel better. And crocheting makes me feel better. This messaging makes me feel better as well. Besides all that, let's just talk about the project. So I definitely think it looks better flat than it does on my body, although I do think it is still very cute on my body. I like the construction of this top. Like, I think that it's just pretty cute. I went with like lining everything in purple, which I think was a good move. I also did like a scallop stitch along the bottom, which I think turned out pretty cute as well. I changed my mind like 5 different times. I was like, I'm gonna make a tank top, I'm gonna make a vest, and then went back to making a tank top. So it just took a really long time because I had to frog a lot. But I learned a lot during this project. First and foremost, this was my first attempt at tapestry crochet. So I learned how to make a grid, and then I did the tapestry crochet. Unfortunately, my grid wasn't the best since I'm doing words. It just wasn't very clear. What's funny is this is the original tapestry crochet. It looks way better on camera than it did in person. Like, you could not read what it said in person, whereas on camera you kind of can read what it says. So because you couldn't read what it said, I had to learn how to surface crochet. Turns out I really like doing surface crochet. It's super fun, but it took me an entire day to surface crochet this whole top. But I'm glad to add that tool to my tool belt as well. So we've learned how to make a grid. We've learned how to do tapestry crochet. We've learned how to surface crochet. The other thing I learned how to do for this project is frog from the beginning of a project. When I decided to go with this tank top situation, the front of my shirt was like way too long, so I had to cut some of it off. This is the aftermath of that. I haven't tried frogging this yet. I don't even know if it will frog since I cut it, so it's all cut along the edge there. That's another thing I learned. Yeah, many different skills were learned in this one project, and I had a lot of fun. And I genuinely feel a lot better now than I did a few days ago when I started this video. Today's Sunday. I originally wanted to get this shirt done to wear on Saturday because I wanted to wear it around town. I wasn't expecting my small town to be protesting, but we did. We held a protest and a lot of people showed up, and that made me feel a bit more hopeful. I think seeing Saturday and just all of the different communities coming together to stand up for democracy, stand up for humanity, was really beautiful. And I'm hopeful that we can just carry on this energy as time goes on. I wish that the messaging could also just be like, let's treat human beings like human beings because they're human beings. But I think a lot of people that don't already have that worldview need something that like makes sense. So yeah, let's protect due process and uphold our Constitution. Let's treat human beings like human beings because they're human beings. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!